Namaste, Dhanyavad. Wow, shabash. Or welcome, Pahadi David's YouTube live stream channel. Welcome back or welcome for the first time. Namaste. Shabash. Hi, shabash. Shabash, namaste. Namaste, friends. How is everybody today? Welcome to Pahadi David's live stream. Hi there, Vivek. How are you? Namaste. Nice to see your name again. Vivek Ju. Vivek G. Wandering Soul. Thanks. Enjoyed your YouTube post today very much. Hey? Breeding rab. Are. Mm. 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 Ah, yeah. I'll give you some feedback in a couple of minutes, Ruben, about last night there. Yeah, excellent experience, excellent, more than excellent. Yes, nice sunny day today. A little bit of cloud and that. Very nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just getting some drinking water. Okay. Wow. Yeah, to be on the other side of the live stream is very, very interesting. Wow. Yes. Yes. Yes, Ruben. Ah, no power at this moment. Anyhow, let's see what happens, yeah? Hi, Cody Keenan. That's a new name. Indian greeting to you. Namaste. Um, uh, welcome to our live stream, Cody Keenan. Uh, yeah, I can tell you what the neighbors are like. Cody Keenan. Jesus is the all-time God. I see. All right then. Okay, Cody. Just let's uh, let's um, let's just settle down a bit. Don't let the emotions get too much, huh? Jesus is the God. I said, well, okay, Cody. Let's let's just settle down a bit. Don't let the emotions get the better of us, huh? And I'll just give you an answer to Cody about the neighbours, yeah? Weather here today in the northern Himalayas. Um, nice and sunny. No rain today, no rain. No rain. Yes, Wandering Soul, I'll give you the full report in about 5 minutes. I don't mind, yeah? Vivek, yesterday you did an experiment of changing your name on YouTube. Oh, how was it? Pat in Australia always has a bit of a problem with that. Oh, you're from Australia, Cody. That's nice. Well, wow. Can you pick up my My part Australian accent, yeah. I was born in England, and when I was 11, we kicked out our or somebody's alcoholic father, real abuser, and we arrived in Australia in 1961. I'm now a young 76, and Cody, I've coming and going many, many times. I've spent half of my lifetime in the Himalayas, in India and Nepal. Yeah, I always lived in Sydney when I was back there, Cody. Um, um, I'm a retired nurse, and that's about it, really. I see, Vivek. Yeah, I looked at that Disham Disham. I thought, Disham Disham, that's an interesting name. That's an interesting name, I thought to myself. Yeah. Gold Coast, well, that's interesting. Wow, Cody, you may see in a few minutes my very, very old friend, fellow retired nurse. Her name's Pat or Patricia McClenahan. She also lives on the Gold Coast there. You may see her name in a few minutes. Ah, you like fishing, do you? I see. Yes, Cody. I live in the famous um, home of all in the Himalayas since nearly 50 years before, called Korsani. We're about Cody. We're about 200 kilometers west of the West Nepal border. Uttarakhand state, northern India. I said, Disham, Disham. That sounds like there's a story behind that, is it? Yes, Reuben. Uh, yes, Reuben. Wondering. Um, it could be easy for me to be impressed. The first time ever I was a participant on a live stream instead of streaming it myself. It could be easy to, but that Aradharan has got a very, very nice setup there. Very nice setup. She also conscientiously replies to every message, and quite popular, yeah, quite popular. And there's a rather an amount of mystery there that she never shows her face. I was very impressed by that. She's obviously, I said to her, you're very, very world wise, Aradhana, Rosie. You're very world wise, and you understand that you understand how things can work in the minds of some men. And the mystery thing there of not showing a face is very, very appropriate and very good. And I said to her on the stream there, Ruben, that her presentation, I mean, I just love her Indian English accent. It's superb, isn't it? You're listening, you want to hear more, and that will keep viewers coming into her. And it's a nice, warm, the pink sort of table and the candle, the pinkness, her magnetic English, Indian English accent, American induced, of course. Uh, a lovely, lovely late night refuge. Lovely, lovely. That's it. That's that night there. Cody, we live 3 kilometers from Corsani village. We live in a tiny little hamlet. What's a hamlet? A tiny little village, just a handful of families, and that's where I live. They're all farmers here. Oh, yes, Vivek. Are there sacred mountains in Australia which are worshipped by natives? Yes, Cody, I'll reply to that. Ruben, what's an RJ? Listening to a RJ. What's RJ? Oh, Zarathustra. Now, please, I don't want you making any funny jokes on my live stream. I don't want you making any jokes on my live stream about that subject, okay? That subject is abhorrent to me. Abhorrent. Abhorrent gave the word horrible. No more jokes on that, please. And this is the last time ever I'll talk like this on live stream, okay? Radio jockey, yeah, blown away by her accent. You just want to hear more and more. Ah, yes, Zara, please end the subject. Yeah, ha 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 to you too. That was a narrow escape. I mean, that guy could be a master hacker. Find out where I lived and everything. Hey, that's why I wear under. That's why I wear iron underpants. Yeah, hey. Now, no more on that. That's as far as I'm going to go. Okay. Yeah, with a lock and a key on them too. Oof, 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 oof. Yes, Cody, we're having a lot of effect there. Iran, Israel. Who's the other Satan? USA. Gas, petrol. Oh. Yes, Zara, that was a narrow escape for me. After many, many decades of pure celibacy, Hektar Mera Apna Kasam say, pure celibacy, Zara, that scared the living Christ out of me. It scared the living Jesus Christ right out of me. But I was having a lot of fun too, having a lot of fun, you know. Later, came back a couple of hours later. Um, just hello, how are you, David? And good night. That was it. So, Ahmad, how are you? Nice to see your name again. Nice to see your name again there. Hi. Oh, please. Now, for people who don't know, the first climber of Mount Everest with his great Nepali Tenzing Sherpa was from New Zealand. And Cody, who's from Australia, Cody lives on the Gold Coast in Queensland, exactly the same area where the now famous Pat McClenaghan lives. She'll be back soon, I think, too. And they may talk to each other too. That's it. Now, Cody, now everybody, Cody's first message was Jesus Christ is God, or the great God, and like that. So I told Cody nicely, Cody, in the last 2 weeks, we've had some big changes on this live stream. We're moving away now from those well established subjects. Cody, we're moving well away now. I've been doing this for 7 months now, streaming. We are now have a revolutionary change, Cody, from Australia. We're moving right away from the three subjects. First, the big P subject, politics. We're moving away from the British colonial era subject. You can imagine this is India. Many people still remember, they still remember bitterly the British here for so long. And thirdly, Cody, don't be offended, but we're moving right away now from the big R subject. Yeah, religion. So please don't mind, Cody, about your very greatest best friend and lover, Jesus Christ, but We're not sort of, let me use the word, we're not promoting Mr. Jesus or any other religion here now. We're moving right away from it. Why, Cody? With all due respect, please listen, don't go anywhere. Um, these three subjects, politics, all right, all right, religion and the British colonial era have caused a lot of heat over a long, long time amongst human beings. They create too much heat, and then people start to push their agenda too much. Yeah, on religion, politics, or the British. They start to push their agenda too much, and then the floodgates are open, Cody. Criticism comes in, and then personal attacks. So after me trying to manage all this hullabaloo for 7 months, we decided by a vote, not religious edict, not a religious edict like what was his name, Bin Farden. Yeah, not that sort of religious edict, but we had a vote here, and now we're trying to move right away from it, Cody, right away. And lastly, Cody, over here, many of us believe that religion is like your underwear. Religion is like your underwear. I hope you're enjoying this, Cody, because I am. And religion is like your underwear. It's all private to you. You don't show your underwear in public, or at least people in South Asia mostly don't show their underwear in public, right? So religion is like underwear, so you can get what I'm meaning, all right? Now, Cody, please give me some feedback. I see a kiwi. For people who don't know, everybody knows here kiwi fruit, which is becoming more popular over here now, Cody. Good businesses set up. Leads labour intensive, isn't it? So they get a good price for it. For you people who don't know, just like around the world, Aussie means Australian, so Kiwi means New Zealander, because the Kiwi is the national bird of New Zealand. Am I right there? Ah, some interesting replies from Cody. We'll come back to those. Yeah, I've got 3 permanent bodyguards here in my little house here, and then 3 bodyguards. 3 bodyguards. Oof. Some people are very, very touchy about religion, aren't they, Cody? They're very, very touchy. They build all their security plans on that. And when somebody touches their security blanket, they don't like it. They do not like it. Anyhow, you know where we stand here on live stream about the big R word, yeah? Mm. Now, now, rather lively start stream tonight. Oh, Vivek, yes. There is. Well, there certainly is one big, world famous one. It's right in the sacred mountain of Australia, um, regarded by the original brown natives of Australia. I think their culture's 50,000 years old or something. And it's called, well, it was given the English name. Of course, the Britishers wanted to impose with their big ego and dominance. Vivek, they wanted to impose their name on the locally named sacred mountain. And I don't need to say the English. For decades, it was a real big tourist spot. Vivek, you may be finding this interesting. have a look on the net about Uluru. Uluru, Uluru, Uluru is the thousands of years old name the Australian Aborigines gave to their most sacred mountain in Australia. It's only a couple of hundred meters high, actually, but it's a huge, huge red rock in the middle of the desert. And finally, as the Aborigines are starting to rise up again after 200 years of pretty serious domination by the cunning Europeans, they the Aborigines started wake up. Hey, these whiteys shouldn't be walking on the top of our sacred mountain, and they shouldn't be walking on with their dirty boots, should they? And they finally have got some sort of reclamation now about owning their own. And a few years ago, Vivek, I heard that tourism had stopped there. I don't know, Cody. Do you know anything about that? Now let's look at your messages. You like my reply, did you, Zara? There'll be more of those coming. I may be 76 years old, but I know I've still got about 25% handsomeness left in the old face. And some people say they like my eyes. I could make a lot of money. Areya. No, 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 no. Yes, Zara. Cody, Zara, very, very knowledgeable person from Mumbai, aka Bombay. Yeah, maybe say hello to each other. Inflation in general is terrible. Right. You've been in 20 years in Australia. Wow. I hear, Cody, that more and more Kiwis are moving to Australia now, more New Zealanders, yeah? Zara said, now, Cody, Zara he gave this name to himself. He is a real culture vulture. He knows a good number of words from a number of languages, and he calls himself a culture vulture. He'd like to see a group perform a haka dance. Well, it sounds, Cody, like you've pretty well adopted to the Australian culture. You're at least 50% Aussie, I think, yeah? Oh, thanks, Fishy Man. Thanks, Fishy Man. That's Curious Guy Forever. The law of Pahadi David, Mountain David. He stops the ranters from delving into the negative abyss. Ooh, yeah. I've reached 3,000 live stream hours now, so I've eased off on the urgency of reaching the magic Char Hajar 4,000 fisherman. I've relaxed right off that now. He stops the ranters from delving into the negative abyss. Indians don't improve, but keep complaining via superficial research. Ah, Cody could get you killed in some countries. Ah, could you elaborate on that? Could get you killed? I have got 3 bodyguards here. That's right, Wandering Soul. That was a huge catalyst. Catalyst, yeah? Nothing to do with cats and dogs. Catalyst about a week ago. Hoo. Ah, that really cleared the system, didn't it? Cleared the system. Yeah, cleared the system beautifully. And I think a few other ranters and ravers, they also got the message, didn't they? Yeah. This is my live stream. Oh, no, it's your live stream too. North Korea. Was that about my raving and ranting, Cody, about religious insecurity getting carried away? ah, curious guy forever. Not like a fatwa. Cody, if you're still there, fatwa is a North Indian word. especially leaning on that side. You know that side, what I mean? That side from where a lot of problems are coming at the moment. Mm. And one of them, 20 years ago, issued a fatwa to increase your small families, 8 or 10 at least. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah. But a majority Senate voted for the new law of Pahadi David. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The devil. Hey, Cody, I can see where you're coming from, and I'm listening to you. I'm listening. Um, devil after destroying God's design path for everyone. Cody, can I ask you? I don't want to delve too much into the big R word, but I just want to ask you, I'm much more inclined about creation and the universe working under fixed natural laws. I believe in natural laws of the universe. Other people believe in this, other people believe in that. How does that fit in with your mindset and your heart set yourself? Ego destroyer. Hi, ego destroyer. Good, good, good. Zara. Oh, worship my sky man, or else you go to hell. There'll be no 108 young Vert Areya. Yeah, Cody is spelling the name there of the most sacred hill in sacred place in Australia, I think. Curious guy forever. As the saying goes in Aussie lingo, we're not here to put socks on centipedes. We're not here to put socks on centipedes. That's a very profound expression, fishy man. I like that. I like that. Well, Cody, are you are you serious? Of course, yeah, the Bible's only 6,000 years old, or perhaps a bit less. Cody, are you serious when you say here that humans also have only been around for 6,000 years? Are you serious? Please reply on that point. Vivek says British are great archaeologists and Indian writers. Why people worship that? Yeah, Cody, people say that I've become very Indianized. Yeah, mountainized, Himalayan Indianized. Yeah, I've lived over a long time. And why you say that, and it's true hard to spot the Aussie now, because many people I talk with here and there and here, their first language isn't English. Well, so I make an effort, and it's natural now, to move away from the broader sort of Australian accent, more to more middle of the road. And quite a lot of people compliment me that they find my English pronunciation easy to understand, you know? Some people find the American twang a little bit hard to pick up. Some of that high class. Oh, my good man. I like you. I like the look of your face very much. You must be a very good chap. Would you please sit down here, enjoy the fire, and I'll make you a nice cup of tea? They don't like that sort of affected, high class, but natural for them, British sort of accent. They don't like that, but they like the Aussie, or sort of a bit away from the Aussie, middle of the road, which apparently I speak. That's how I speak, yeah. Oh, No, Vivek, it's a natural rock. You could look at it on Google, anywhere like that. Natural rock. Cody's saying it used to be hard to spot the kiwi when I first moved over. Well, that's interesting. You're saying natural. Yeah, so you agree with me, like natural laws of the universe, which explains everything, doesn't it? That's right. And the natural laws of the universe, as the creator of it, seems to me, Cody, like high school or college level. Whereas, hmm, oh, I get it, Cody, through speaking of Jesus or any by. Look, I've looked at that very closely, Cody, in my 76 years. With all due respect, Cody, to your religious beliefs and Jesus and everything. Oh, people who can see reality know that since 2026 years, yeah, and since 1400 years, may the prophet rest in peace, right? Much of mankind has been terribly, and sometimes violently divided, Cody, since 2026 years before and 1400 years, okay? And that religion has so many great, sweet, beautiful, loving things in it. But also, religion has equally the direct opposite. And I'm not going to go into a long rant now about religion. I'm only talking in general terms. But I respect your opinions, Cody. And some very intelligent cultures like North Korea, China, have pretty well banned those, what's it called, proselytizing religions. We know who those two proselytizing ideologies are. We know through and through who they are. They insist that only there, right? And China's seen right through that and pretty well banned those two proselytizing, self promoting ideologies. And I respect that, and I actually do support that very, very much. Very much. Very much. Mm. I've summed it up just quickly, but yeah, I hope you understand what I'm saying. Mm. Hi, Sunshine. How are you? Namaste, Sunshine. Nice to see you. No, that's Kanpalji, is it? Thank you. Thank you. Good. Good. Yes, and namaste, Sunshine. Namaste, Kese Ho. And Vivek is saying to Cody, who is New Zealand Australian, Indians do have some deep thinkers. Yeah, they do. They do. Well, there you go, Cody. Fatwa is Arabic, especially from that side, right? From that side, some of whom just breed like rabbits. They will not stop. And this is the truth. Diktat in English. Exactly, Zara. That is the best word. Thank you. I do forget sometimes my English language, you know. Yeah, Cody, a lot of Indians and South Asians in Australasia, yes. Hi, Asmit, how are you? Namaste, I'm fine, thanks. Thank you. Good. Yes, Asmit, that was an excellent experience last night watching Rosie's Aradhana's live stream. First time I've ever watched anybody else's. Asmit, it could be very easy. Be very greatly impressed. And I was, and it's because she's doing a great job. A great job. You saw, you were there last night, weren't you, from about 12:15 to 1:30, same time as me. You saw my heartfelt messages, and amongst other things, she has got an absolute magnetic, charismatic, magical, magnetic, charismatic, and magical. I mean, they all mean the same thing, right? Indian, Eng, Indian English accent. Wow, 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 wow. She's a very, very world-wise young woman also. World-wise. Yeah, Cody, I can agree with you. Can I say it's the devil's way, it's ignorance's way, leading you away from the truth and eternal hope of the natural laws of the universe? That's how I speak. I believe that's more like high school and college language. If I keep talking about God, a hugely controversial term, I feel I'm back in, with all due respect, I feel like I'm back in primary school when I talk about God. Let's move on to higher thinking, higher appreciation, natural laws without any names, without any iconic names given by mankind. That's where I'm at. And I know quite a lot of people over here have moved into that more advanced way of thinking, you know? And that more advanced way of thinking, Cody, has no specific ideology, okay? It has no specific ideology, which may think that it has all the answers, and all the other ideologies are in the dark. Do you see what I mean? Since 2020 and again since 1400, those two ideologies only accept their own ideology. They have no room at all to accept any of the. They're all unbelievers, pagans, kafirs. Yeah, am I right? You see, that's wrong. There's no love and respect in that. There's no love and respect in that. There's no acceptance. And this is that original seed, Cody, in which millions of innocent people have been murdered since 2020 and again 1400 years ago. I can't speak any more honestly about it. Well, now, Cody, Vivek is a supreme master of reality, and Cody, Vivek from North India, my good friend on this medium, wants you, Cody, in any number of words you like, to decode the truth about God. Decode it, Cody, please. Now, um, I you may be surprised at how I'm talking today, but maybe I'm a bit of a hypocrite. Maybe, maybe not. But I do really believe that we should talk about any subjects on the planet on this live stream. But as I said half an hour ago, I will never go over the line to start to get very heated and personal and, you know, no, I don't do that. That's why Cody, who also comes from a democratic country, a very, very democratic country, actually, a very democratic country. Am I right, Cody? Um, has the right to fully express himself here, fully. Cody, if you're saying the the religion which begins with IS, yeah, um, can vouch for that area. You're talking about single pointed proselytizing, where only my idea. Yeah, but don't forget the other one too, the big CHR. Yeah, that's been doing it for 2026 years, hasn't it? This is what I can't accept, you know. This is why, Cody, in its pure form, the Hindu ideology, I'm not using the word religion because religion has a rather narrower aspect, don't mind. But when you say ideology, it covers everything. It covers a way of life, especially in the old Hindu side, organic and scientific. A way of life. Yeah, which covers everything, doesn't it? How you live, you know? And that Hindu ideology, Cody, in its original form, I say in its original form, was hugely accepting. It accepted all faiths. It accepted freely atheism also. Yeah. And so you can imagine the much more broad-minded views of that lovely ancient ideology. But no, I'm not Hindu, and I'm not Christian, and I'm not Muslim. No, 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 no. Anyhow, Cody, you have your say. You can take up as much screen space as you like until your fingers get too tired. Really, as much as you like to answer Vivek's challenge. You, Cody, Keenan, you decode the truth about God. And we'll be very interested to reply to you also. Wow, wow. Cody, India, South Asia is one of the greatest debating locations on the whole planet. Debating. And often their perspective are very, very different from our rather younger ideologies. Rather younger, you know? Now, I'm going to answer people's I'm going to answer people's messages now. Excuse me, okay? And I want you people now to send your feedback, okay? Cody's saying, looking at Roman history, Egyptian, the Old Testament, yeah, why not? And look at all the other great holy books of all the other religions too, Cody, which I hope you do. Hmm? Hey, Vivek. Whoa, Vivek, you're firing on all cylinders tonight, man. I like it. No, I will repeat it. I don't think that Cody's easily offended. We don't aim to offend you, Cody, but we're living here in a highly debatable society in South Asia. You can debate just about everything. Just about everything, yeah. Vivek has said to Cody, Cody, how can a dead person help you? How can a dead person help you? Oof. Vivek, ask Darwin how people came. Oh, look, Dale, don't take too much offence about India's mangoes being rejected. There must be a good reason for it. Don't take it too personally. There are many, many other fruits also. Deo, namaste, kya hal hai, sab theek thak hai? Khana kha liya? Shaba, khichdi khai? Ay, wah. David, this is from Deo. My brain is rather beating itself on every small issue about my country, India. Example, Japan just rejected Indian mangoes. Then I beat myself that I was born in the worst country. Look, what can I say? Oh, now don't start talking about cockroaches, Deo. In recent weeks, the word cockroach has gained a lot of respect, hasn't it? The word cockroach. Do you say in Hindi sungal? Sungal, is that right? My Hindi is not perfect, but look, can somebody please help me give some consolation? Please, somebody else, please. Deo has opened up a huge Pandora's box a Pandora's box. Pandora's box, as I understand, in the Western mythology, was a box full of hugely controversial subjects, which not touched on the public forum. We know what all those subjects are, just to keep the peace, to stop people rioting in the streets all around the world. You know, things like religion, politics, colonial history from Europe, homosexuality, and many other subjects, right? Many other subjects, black and white. So those Pandora's box, and sometimes people with a lot of courage, maybe, they open the Pandora's box up. Look, you people still, please help me give some good substantial replies to Deo 177 about negativity in this culture at the moment. This negativity, Deo, in this part of the world is very much justified. It's very much justified. A huge reason is because in Bharat, you're living in a country with a mega population, all trying to survive. Seriously, this is, to me, a very important thing on this subject. When you've got millions and billions of people in the same country trying to survive, and all different backgrounds, ideologies, languages, colours of skin, and all the rest of it. Genetic DNA is the master. Genetic DNA corruption. When you've got all these factors, Dale, and many more factors, CASTE, you're going to have a society which is continuously in upheaval. It's never stable. And many more things, Dale. And you're lucky enough to be living in this country at the moment. Yeah. Trying to get work, trying to survive. This is the root cause of all the discomforts and negative in your great country, I believe. Survival. And all the other factors behind that, right? That's my analysis at the moment. In other words, in short, Dale, many people say the root cause of many of India's discomforts at the moment, problems, negative, blah, 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 are its mega population. Any solutions, anybody? Listen, you people, please give some feedback, give some consolation. 177. This subject is absolutely too huge for one senior traveller to cover. It's too huge. Here we go. Now give Cody plenty of room to talk. Cody has been given the whole screen to express himself. And we have the democratic right to reply also. But Cody's ready for that. He's ready for that. Absolutely no. Cody says the demons are sort of servants of the devil, I say. Lack of knowledge. The original seed of divisiveness. The original seed, Cody, of divisiveness. Yeah, it's a wandering soul. I better get my socks on. I better put my socks on. Wait, where's the other small sock? Hey, Terabab, Arayar. Mat bolo Terabab, huh? Nahito Terabab, Merabab Panjayaga. Hey? Mera Mora Shar Arayar. Bad me batal, bad me bolo, abhi nahi. Now I'm coming down to the fresh messages where I think, in reply to Cody's very interesting messages, there's going to be a fair amount of juice. A fair amount of juice. Vivek, dear Cody, you see he accepts you. Vivek accepts you. Cody, although you come from another side, common denominator humans, but you see, some of we humans, Cody, since 2026 years before, and since 1400 years before, have been seriously divided, Cody. Are you getting my message yet? Some of we humans have been seriously divided. That has caused the murder of millions of lovely, innocent human beings. Huh? Zara is saying there are so many inconsistencies in the Bible. There are so many. I'm trying to keep in the middle, I'm trying to keep in the middle. I don't want to fall off. I don't want to fall off and cause myself a serious injury. Try to keep in the middle, not because I'm afraid, not because I'm non-committal, but I'm only human and my mind is limited. My mind is limited to my background, like in my upbringing when I was young, Eh? But luckily, I was not brainwashed. No, I was not brainwashed. Brainwashed in English is usually a term we refer directly connected to the big R word. Yeah, brainwashed by the big R subject. Not easy to escape from it. The big R subject seems to offer us a lot of security, Cody. It seems to offer us a lot of security. But, let's move on to high school. Let's move on to college. Hey? Wah, wah, wah. Shinchan, hi Shinchan. You've come into something very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Um, I can't begin to sum it up, but maybe just take 10 minutes and just scroll up all the messages. Hey? There's one there with an Anglo name. Huh? Have a look. Have a look. And look at some of the responses. This is good live streaming, so we can bend the rules, Shinchan. We can bend the rules. Otherwise, hello Ganesh, how are you today? What did you eat for dinner? Hello Michael, where do you come from? What's the name of your dog and cat? What's the biggest mountain near your town? How long have you... No. Let's get into some highly controversial subjects. Without any rancor, without any anger, and without any personal attacks. God is watching this live stream, especially tonight. God is watching this live stream and keeping everything under control. Thank you, great one. Thank you, great one, without any name. Oh, now, Zara, you're revealing tonight, previously uncited on this live stream, previously uncited, deep currents of real human faith. No, I'm not being sarcastic either. I'm not being sarcastic. You know me. I haven't got an ounce of sarcasm in me. Not 1 ounce. I've got much more than 1 ounce. Yeah. And we're on one of my favourite subjects tonight. We're on one of my favourite subjects. Hey, wow. The earth abideth forever. V.S. Ecclesia 1:4. The elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up. All of the works, all of those books as well. Hallelujah. Vivek, what are natural laws? Me, David, talking about gets energy from faith and love. Oh, if I understand what you're saying, Vivek, faith and love are especially important, of course, for humans. Um, on a universal level, on a universal level, I accept your message. You accept mine. Huh? Huh? Inside, well, what's happening inside may be a very different thing, but we give the respect to others. That's right. Spot the contradictions are all right. The earth abideth forever. The elements shall, and then it says, there's the first contradiction. The elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works of it shall be burned up. So, well, that's a pretty obvious contradiction, isn't it? I can see that. Even I can see that. Deo's saying, look, you read Deo's message. Read Deo's message. Beautiful. Cody, we're giving special attention to Cody because he's a big promoter of very deep beliefs inside himself. He's a deep promoter of beliefs which he believes deeply in, right? God bless you too. May he bring restoration and favor and protection over your life and destiny in JESUS. Name, Amen. That's to Vivek, fair enough. Ibrahim Ijaz. Ibrahim, salam. Welcome back, Ibrahim. I think, have you had some long break away from this live stream? Welcome back, salam, and equally, namaste to you also. And please send some more messages, Ibrahim, would you? Vivek, yes. But can we accept negativity, Vivek? As I've said this before, can we accept negativity, but not too much negativity, as a natural analysis of looking closely at reality? I can't say 24 hours a day, the whole planet and mankind, everything is totally rosy and beautiful and positive, because it's not. We must accept negativity as well as positivity. But as you know, Vivek, we can't become too obsessed with negativity, can we? We must offer solutions. Yeah, Vivek saying the root cause of negativity is lack of moral education from family and school. Things can change once people correct their moral character. But it's sometimes difficult for people to change their moral character, isn't it, Vivek? You know, in English, we got the beautiful expression, a leopard never changes its spots. A leopard never changes its spots. Right. But when you look at that more deeply, the leopard's coat is only covering things which are deeper inside. So it's a long subject. Shinchan, what's the topic of discussion? Oof, long story tonight, Shinchan. Namaste, welcome back. Kaise ho. Just scroll back about the last 65 minutes, Shinchan, and you'll get all the answers you need. Yes, Wandering Soul, broad discussion, only a broad discussion. Nobody's started a hungama yet. Nobody has started a hungama, a riot in the streets. We don't want that. Hi, Ashmit, namaste. Well. Oh, hi, Goldie, I'm fine today. Fine, thank you very, very much. Yes, please contribute to the page, our page. Wow. Zara saying, hi, Goldie. Time for some cow suey? Cow suey. Wow. There are plenty of cows in India. Yeah. Oh, it's starting to rain. Asmit Cumberley. Hi, Asmit. Thanks very, very much for coming back again. Oh, excuse me, Asmit. Thanks for your nice message. Yes, yes, yes. Asmita, I'm always saying now, the most that I need from you lovely viewers is more feedback. Talk more to everybody on this stream. Talk more. Tell us about yourself something. Hmm? Some special things about where you live, and please spend more time on this live stream. It will help us very, very much. And tell your social circle also about this. Zara, the master philosopher. Ah, really? Not just a philosopher, he knows a lot about humanity. Yeah. Zarathustra, listen to this. I promote a lovely, tasty, greasy, fat burger for everyone tonight. My religion is that of a fat, juicy burger. Yum, yum. I see. Oh, again the problem with the spelling when going into English. Asmita, Asmita, Harish, Harisha. I have some knowledge of that problem. You changed your gender, did you, Asmita? How much money did it cost? All right. But the heart's the same. Yeah, I know you're only joking, Asmita. Hey, who would want to change? Hey, yes, Zara Marathi from Mumbai. That's right, Vivek. It's like we're, changing the religion, going to the supermarket. I'm tired and fed up. I'm tired and bored of the same brand of corn biscuits that I've been eating all these years. Those corn biscuits no longer fully satisfy me, but I'm going to change my brand of corn biscuits and then everything will be fine. I'll be the happiest person on the world, in the world. Wow. Yeah, it's true what you say, Vivek. It is true about salvation and all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because we're not looking inside ourselves enough, perhaps. Vivek, so it's very important to ask the duration of faith. Yeah. A small misunderstanding between us, Meet, and Zara. Isse Rai ki pahar mat banao. Shabash. Oh, a little bit of foreign languages going on there. I'm lost. Hara Hara Mahadev, I understand that. Hmm. Got a little bit cooler. Let's put these nice warm black socks on, eh? Cody, are you still there from Australasia? Cody, I don't know how much satisfaction you got from this live stream tonight. We South Asians are fairly debatable people. Yeah, fairly debatable. And if we see something we don't accept, we knock it down, you know? Yeah, but don't take offense. And Cody, don't let us shake your own deep-rooted faith, because you believe in it. And that's the most important thing, right? You believe in it. Wow, Zara, and the totally different languages. Hey, Goldie, I know 24 words of Garawali. I know 24 words. You can write down if you like. Are you fine? Are you fine? For informally, tum kubche, tum kubche. Are you fine? Are the relatives fine? Bua bui kubchana, chana in plural, right? Are the relatives fine? Which relatives? I forget now. Bua bui kubchana. What did you eat today? For male, aaj kya khana che? For female, aaj kya khani che? Aaj kya khana che? Female ke liye, aaj kya khani che? Did you eat your egg? Did you eat your egg bhujia? Ande bhujia khani che? Ande bhujia? You'd recognize that in Hindi, I think. Did you eat your ragi ki roti today? Did you eat your ragi ki roti? Millet. Aj koda ka roti khani che? Aj. For male, aj kya khana che? Female kya khani che? Koda ki roti khani che? Did you eat your ragi ki roti? Koda ki roti? Yeah, koda ko roti. Kuru kuru. You know karate in Hindi? Kuru kuru. K-U-U-R. Kuru kuru. And one last one. Did you eat your, what's the English name? I forget. In Hindi, bichu ki sabji, bichu, you know, they were, ooh, walla, green walla. Nettle soup. Did you eat your nettle soup today? Aj, kandali bhujia khani che? I only know 24, 30 words, that's all. Kandali bhujia khani che. Did you eat your nettle soup today? Namaste, namaste. Namaste, Chiranjeevi. Chiranjeevi. They love to say Chiranjeevi in Garawal. Kuru kuru. Yeah, I know 4 languages how to say kuru kuru. In Nepali, they say jurum jurum. Nepali, Karari, jurum jurum. In Kumani here, they say kurum kurum. Jurum jurum, kurum kurum. Jurum jurum, kurum kurum. Kurum kurum, jurum jurum, jurum jurum. Vivek, my hair grows very fast. Ah, that's what one of my girlfriends used to say to me. Are ya? Too much protein? No, I don't eat enough protein. My main source of protein is dal. I think dal maximum protein content's about 30%, isn't it? All right, look, just for you, Vivek, I'll eat even less dal from now on, okay? Let's see the result. Hey, if I eat less dal, I'll look like this. Majak mat karo ya. Now, I, Baba Hasmid, talking with Zara in a very, very different language. Kalat Shiv, Rajya Bishek, Zala Asel, Dhum Dham Made. Hey, Baba. Is that language from another planet by any chance? It must be Marathi, is it? You're talking in Marathi? Wow. Kalat Shiv, Rajya Bishek, Zala Asel, Dhum Dham Made. Thanks, Zara. I just read it phonetically, but your Asmit's ABCD writing was spot on. That was really what helped me. Yeah. Marathi and Malvani languages. Wow. Hey. What's Chal Chalu? Kurukure Namkin. Oh, Kurukure Namkin. I like the one in the orange packet. Yeah. And I like the one in the green packet mostly. The Kurukure Namkin. What a lovely name. Kurukure Namkin. In the green packet has corn flour in it. Yeah. Please talk more in Malvani Marathi languages. I'll do my best. I see, Zara. Asmit saying he's sending you a box of mangoes from the Konkan region. Alfonso. Wow, 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 wow. Beautiful. Vivek David, why do you wear such bright coloured t-shirts and pajamas? Because, Vivek, it helps to cover up my deeply, deeply negativistic character. That's why. If I wore black shirts, nobody would watch this live stream. Get it? No, I'm serious, Vivek. You ask very interesting questions sometimes. Hey, Shabash Goldie. That's right. Are you fine? Tum Kubche. Excellent ABC on that. Beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tum Kubche. Bua Bui Kubchana. I don't know. In other languages, do they say Bua Bui? Bua Bui, I don't know. It's a close relative. I can't remember what Bua Bui means in Pahari languages. That's what they say. Bua Bui Kubchana. Aja. Kia Khani Che. I mean, you could understand that, couldn't you, from other Indian languages? Tum Kia Khani Che. What did you eat today? Yeah. I know much more Kumani language, Goldie. I know about 50% of Kumani, 55% maybe. All the food and drink words. That's why I call myself Mountain David. Now, I'm interested in these new strange words. What does Jinkalo Bhava mean? Jinkalo Bhava. Ha ha ha. I think Ambiachi means mango, but you did help me. You did help me. Ambiachi. Wow, beautiful. Very, very nice live stream tonight. Yeah, I'm sometimes sad that I didn't learn complete Kumani. I wanted to learn complete Kumani, but less Hindi. With all due respect to Hindi, a very fine language, but because when you're living with families here, they speak a lot of Kumani and less Hindi. Um, but there's always next lifetime. If I focus on it enough when I finally depart this planet, uh, yeah, direct my own self back to Kumaon. I won't need any visas to live in India then. Enzo, hi Enzo. Hi Enzo. Well, Enzo. Thank you. Thanks for coming back, Enzo. Thanks for your extreme honesty, Enzo. I love you. Um, Cody Keenan from Australasia. Are you still here? Are you still here? Look at this message from Enzo, the last message. Look at it. Well, that's interesting, Goldie. Thai and Hindi are very similar. Thai and Hindi are very similar. Well, that's interesting. Can, can you give some examples? Not common words, mother, brother, father, nose, eye, foot, hand, tooth. Other words, please. Can you give us 10 words, Goldie? 2 or 3 words of fruits, vegetables, please. That's interesting. I can only begin to think that of the hundreds of years ago, the huge expansion of, I don't know, would you call it Hindu culture into Southeast Asia, Buddhism, Hinduism, Sanskrit common factor? Yeah, give us some words. Give us some words, please, oh Goldie. 10 words. Not common words, but say words of veggies and fruit and sky, water, tree. How about that? And then we can compare, yeah? But isn't there one big difference between Thai and Hindi? That Thai is an intoning language. Ma, 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 ma. Is that right? Chinese certainly is. Oh, yeah, now Asmiti and Goldie, the last couple of messages, you're getting more into my area of amateur knowledge. You're getting more into my area of Latin, like Sanskrit, Lithuanian, Hindi, related to European languages. And do you know why? I'm only an amateur linguist, but do you know why they're related? And don't believe that Sanskrit is the mother of all languages on the planet. That's complete bakwas. With all due respect to the very fine ancient language of Sanskrit, there are languages much, much, much older than Sanskrit, much older. Many have dis. Enzo, that's very interesting. Enzo, Enzo says he's from Khorramabad, Iran. My mother converted to the religion beginning with CHR 2 decades ago, and now she's saying bad things about non-Christians. Well, Cody Keenan, are you there? Are you listening? Huh? Well, Goldie, this is a little example of Kumoni, an old song. I'm going to Kailash Himal. I'm Brahmachari. I've thrown in my hand. I'm leaving my family behind me. 5. Look at the long line of foxes in my family. See, they all want food, right? Me janu kailasa, me brahmachari chun. Chor de mero hata, abba me katahunjun. Me janu kailasa. Nantin, eka huna. Dwi huno, char panch huno, pe jele huno. Yo, shaweki bariata. Look at the fox in his marriage. Eh? Yo, shaweki bariata, abba me katahunjun. Me janu kailasa, abba me katohunjung, abba me katohunjung, me baramachari chung, me nani chung, me nani. Is it sweet language or not? I love it. Sanskrit, of course. Oh, well, I don't know any Sanskrit, but I mean, I can read it in Devanagari, but I don't understand it, And I only understand it in Devanagari because of the Hindi connection. Hindi connection, yeah. There's another very, very sweet language I love. I know 200 words of that one. The Tamang dialect in Nepal, originally from the north. Tamang, Taamang, like Sherpa, Gurung, and all these other ones. Yeah, Tamang. Don't ask me to speak that. I want to look at some more messages, okay? Vivek, David, which period of history from the past would you wish to be? The period of history I'd like to be in, because today will become the past one day. I'm very happy in the present time, Vivek. The very, very happy here. Yeah, and also because really I just have no choice. I have no choice. It's an extremely interesting, turbulent, unpredictable period of history right now. Look at Netanyahu.com. Netanyahu.com. You don't know what he's going to do. Donald Trump? Oof. Unpredictability personified. Unpredictability personified. He is Mr. Unpredictability. What more do you want? Oof. Everything. You've got everything these days. Everything which you don't need. Oof. Be happy in the present moment, Vivek. What can I tell you? Hey, be happy in the present moment. Hey, are yaar. Now I've missed some messages. Kalat Shiv Rajya Bishek Zala Asel Dhum Dham Madhe Zara. Hey, Baba. I might learn some of that language. Submit me con cho. Cho, does that mean I am? Samit me con cho, I am con. Nai me punacho bro. Pan kokan heart asa. Pwah. Now, Zara, what is kurukure orange? Please tell me, I'm interested in that. Malvani food is really yummy. Wow. Yes, Enzo, your mother says that non-CHR are evil. That's why she left the CHR ideology. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I can't say anything, Enzo. I can't say. Is it an example where the big R word has made a big split in your lovely family? Eh? Phew, it is sad. It is really, really sad. Yeah, please, people, read Enzo's message. Please, please read it. Please. Yeah, don't mind my hair, yeah? There we go. There we go. Oh, Vivek won't like the red cap and the red. All right, Vivek, look for. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Nice message from Deo, Deo 177. Please, everybody, listen to this. This is a lovely message, Deo. I guess I let go of anything that is not in my control. Switch off news that feeds my mind negatively. Oh, and try to do the best for my family and do the best by my Hindu ethics, whatever little I understand. Look, man, if you're Hindu, you understand more than a little. If you're Hindu, you understand more than a little, Ladeo, believe me. You're very, very lucky to have been born into this position in this lifetime. Vivek saying a nice message that before we were this religion and then they were that religion, another religion, another religion. Enjoy too much change. Ha ha. Deo, thanks for. I'm glad you're enjoying tonight. It's a rather enjoyable stream for me also. You know, Katu Bajgina, Katu Bajgina, 7:20. Wow. Yeah, Goldie, please give us. Oh, you're giving some. Ah, well, Goldie. It looks to me, as an amateur linguist, that a lot of Sanskrit influence passed into the Thai language, yeah? Through religious ideology, philosophy. Yeah. Look, Asmid, they all say, the experts, that Tamil is the oldest Tamil is the oldest continuously spoken language on the planet. But Hebrew must be pretty old too. But let me speak for 5 minutes soon about, as I understand from the experts, the origins of Sanskrit. Just let me talk about it in about 5 minutes, yeah? I see Goldie's saying in Thai, Arkat, in Hindi, Akash, yeah. Goldie, they're talking first in Thai and then Hindi. Between means danger. Ah, Goldie, no, you've raised a very interesting question, Goldie. Um, Goldie, interesting. David, if you don't know Sanskrit, then how can you decide whether it has connections or not to Latin or Greek or German or Slavic or Celtic or Old Norse language or David, I'm sorry to challenge your presumption. We cannot decode till we know. No, I disagree with that, Goldie. I could be completely innocent of all languages. I could, let's say, only understand my own language. I could, let's say, understand only my own language and no other languages. But, if I read the research results of the greatest linguist on the planet, and if they say that Greek, Latin, Slavic, Celtic, Germanic, Old Norse, Lithuanian, Latvian are all direct relatives of Sanskrit, Hindi, Pahari, Nepali, Marathi, Banga, then I must accept that. That's my answer. I need not know any other words in any other languages, but if I read the results from the top linguists in the world who spent all their lives researching and through mathematical analysis and through mathematical analysis joined all these languages together, because languages work on laws, right? Verbs, nouns, endings of words, jaunga, jaungi, jaoge, jaenge, for example, yeah? And there are many other, if they say that, but let me talk on this in about 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes. But I respect what you say, Goldie. Asmeet, Pahadi languages are very different from other languages. Well, are you talking about south of the Himalayas or north of the Himalayas? If you're talking about Kumaoni, Garhwali, Nepali, and languages and HP and that, the great linguist who spent decades joining all these things together tell us that the Pahari languages south of the Himalayas are all Indo-Aryan languages. Languages that came north from the Himalayas, like Tamang, Sherpa, that apparently came more directly from Tibet and maybe Mongolia behind that. So you're talking about northern and southern Asmeet. See, Kumaoni and Garhwali, their mother was definitely Sanskrit. There's no doubt about that. No, Goldie, you are respectful. Of course you are. No, I'm not offended at all. No, no, no. This is one of the reasons why we have this live stream since 7 months, Goldie, to talk about things. And you can help me to learn new things. You can help me to clear misunderstandings in my mind on a point, you know? Yeah. Priya, hi Priya, nice to see you again, Priya. Namaste, aap kaisi ho, sab theek thaak hai? Today, normal routine, 50% of the time surviving and maintaining my life. Nice to see your name, Priya. Hi Deepak, namaste, Orki Hunin, sab theek thaak chu. Shabash, shabash. Jujag, Jite Raho, Shabash, Namaste. और की हुनीन आजकल उत्तराखंड में सब राजी खुशी हरो पिथौरागढ़ hey वाह आज क्या खानी की खाची आज वाह Ashmit Kambli. I see Ashmit. Yesterday we completed 353 years for the coronation of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. That's what we are all talking about. I see. Wow. Harish. Hi, Harish. Harisha, namaste. Harisha Sharma. Namaste. How are you? Fine? Good. Wow, 7:30 ho gaya. Hey, Baba ho. Hey, the time is flying tonight. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm just going to get some warmer clothes on. We had a little bit of rain. The temperatures dropped to a very nice 19 degrees C. Come here. Come here, don't stay there. Hey, Baba. Hey. Yeah, just give me 5 minutes and I'll tell you what I know from the researchers of the greatest linguists about the background of Sanskrit, Hindi, Pahari, Marathi, European languages. Almost all European languages are in this. Harish. Exciting times. The golden age is going on, eh? Wow. Oh, look, Goldie, keep a wide open mouth, Sanskrit, Latin. Ah, that's right. Now, Goldie, Ramit, hi, Ramit, Krishna, namaste to you, Ramit ji, kya hal hai, sab theek thak hai? Samjhe meri kachi Hindi? Shabash, wah wah. All right, this is in a very short form what I have learned as an amateur student, an amateur linguist, familiar with a number of languages, only familiar with, but not fluent in, a number of languages, but still quite a good master of English. Quite good in English, not too bad. Yeah. Thanks, Ramit. Yeah, I'm still learning Hindi, actually. Thank you. Um, Look, thousands of years ago, over most of Europe and over most of Asia, let's say over most of Eurasia, but not East Asia. That developed very early again, Chinese, blah, blah, blah. Over most of Eurasia were about 3 varieties, all related, called Proto. Proto means original, right? Proto, Indo-European, wait for it, Aryan language. Yeah, wait for it, sit down. Okay, yeah. Thousands of years, I think they say like 6 or 8 thousand years ago, something like that, was a common language over most of Eurasia, but not East Asia, called Proto-Indo-European slash, wait for it, Aryan language. It had basically 3 forms, West, Central, and Eastern, something like that, yeah? And they get more and more proof now that this originated from the original Aryan homeland. Now, this is not all bakwas. There's a lot of truth in this. But we are only talking about languages, not talking about race, ethnicity, and we're certainly not entering at all into the way that the master barbarian, from Germany totally twisted this whole beautiful old true Aryan story. Yeah, you know who he is, the master barbarian from Germany. Right. Not that story at all. So, because of migration, thousands of years ago, because of migration, people going here and there, settling there, developing their languages more locally, away from the original Proto-Indo-European, PIE, Aryan languages, they then started to develop, comes from your side, from Iran. Iran, as I understand, Iran means land of Aryans. Iran is very, very close, just south of the original Aryan homeland. This has all been proved by archaeology, linguistics, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. This is the very short story, right? This is what I have learned from the very, very greatest language researchers who spent all their years and who studied, Goldie, who studied all these languages mathematically, mathematically, as an actual science, you could say, yeah? And joined all the languages together, studied all the variations in their words. Languages all follow certain laws of language in pronunciation, grammar, verb endings, like jaonga, jaongi, jaoge, jaenge, jao, jao, huh? For example, right? They studied all that and they joined all these dots up and they found that, Goldie, um, and sometimes, from hard copy evidence also, that the original Proto-Indo-European slash Aryan languages, about 3, all related, West, Central, East, over most of Eurasia, produced about 14 children. About 4 of these are dead now, like languages like Tocharian, Hittite, About 4 are dead, but the remaining 9 or 10 are called, and they all developed from the lovely old primitive Aryan language. It was called primitive Aryan because its grammar was not well developed. Look at Sanskrit in its early forms. It needed to be totally reviewed by Mr. Panini, didn't it? So those remaining 9 or 10 children of PIE, Aryan language, were called Proto-Greek, Proto-Latin. Later became more refined and more modern, Greek, Latin, German, Slavic, Celtic, and 4 or 5 others, which I don't remember at the moment. From those became more localized, like English, modern German, modern Greek, Roman. Oh, another big family, of course, was as I said before, Iran, land of Aryans, Iran. That language group. This is near the end of this talk. Yeah, the language family of that direct descendant is called Indo-Iranian languages, Farsi and related languages to there. Yeah, and in a subgroup from that, don't mind me saying, but in a subgroup, but directly related to Indo-Aryan languages, Hindi, Sanskrit, Marathi, Bengali, Gujarati, Pahari, Nepali, Sanskrit. Yeah. So, Goldie, you don't need to speak even one word of another foreign language to get the knowledge of these great language masters. And lastly on that, this is why in these many languages we're talking about, Indo-European, Aryan, and blah, 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 many words have the same or similar meanings. That's called cognate. Many words have similar or the same meanings, like words for mother. Don't be surprised. Mother, brother, sister, daughter, duhitra, eh? Words for eye, tooth, nose, mouth. Many words are cognates or close cognates, same meaning because they all descended from the same grandfather. Proto-Indo-European languages, Aryan. And lastly, on this one, for those of you who still believe that, don't mind me laughing, but for those of you who still believe, you right-wingers who still believe that Sanskrit is the mother of all languages on the planet. Sanskrit is the mother of Chinese. What? Mother of Japanese, Korean. What? Sanskrit is the mother of all African. Oh, come on, man. Sanskrit is the mother of all North and South American, Central American language. Hey, God, Baba. Impossible. Sanskrit is a great, lovely old language, perfect in its construction, Sanskrit, but. It's a relatively new language. People sometimes say that Sanskrit is about 3,500 years old, 5,000 years old, maximum. And lastly, look on YouTube or Google, Barbara, and you may just see that the oldest hard copy in your hands, the oldest hard copy evidence ever found so far of the Sanskrit language was not Nigeria, not New Zealand. No, the oldest hard copy evidence of Sanskrit so far was found it wasn't Syria, near Assyria. Remember Assyria, Sumeria? Yeah. So keep an open mind about that. And I only know a very small amount of this whole subject, but there you go. You can study a whole lot of stuff on your own from the mouths and minds of the great language masters, studied languages in a mathematical, scientific way, because all languages work on language laws. They all work on laws, scientifically, mathematically. Goldie, Are you convinced now? Are you convinced? Yes or no? No. Don't just believe me. Yeah, well, the Vedas, Ramit, the Vedas are 3,500 years old. I don't know. Were the Vedas written in original Sanskrit or Prakrit? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a very complicated subject, man. Very complicated. Ramit, people live with emotions. Language is not a barrier. Ah, look, look. Ah, yeah, the very interesting comment, Ramit. People live with emotions. Language is not a barrier. Ah, well, that's absolutely true. But, sometimes languages are barriers, aren't they? Oh, Vivek and Goldie and everybody else, I forgot to tell you one very important thing. My sometimes friend, because of time, was the greatest. He died at the age of 84. He could never sit down during the daytime. He slept 4 hours a night. The died about 15 years ago. The great Kumani linguist called Mr. Yamuna Dutt Vaishnav. He came from Korsani here, right here. So I used to visit him sometimes. Wow, what a mind. He knew very well 12 languages. And he used to say, David, my young David, you're interested in languages too, aren't you? But David, you're a young man and yeah, you're also interested in other things too, aren't you? You're interested in other things too, aren't you? I said, yes, sir, I definitely am. I love football, soccer, badminton. He said, no, other things too, aren't you? But David, if you focused fully just on languages, wow. I've never focused fully on languages, so I'm only an amateur linguist, you know? He said, David, yeah, Mr. Yamuna Dutt Vaishnav, he spoke very well 12 languages. He spoke all the root words, the root languages which you need to know to become a linguist. You know, Sanskrit, um, Indo-European Aryan language, Greek, Latin, Sanskrit, the older root languages, right? And he said, David, this may surprise you and it surprises other people. And David, they call me a real revolutionary, but at least 50% of the Sanskrit language came from, hang around and I'll tell you in 5 minutes where it came from, all right? This is very, very interesting. No, it doesn't come from the Nigerian language. It doesn't come from the Aztec language in South America. And it definitely doesn't come from the Korean language. Wait 5 minutes and I'll tell you where he said at least 50% of the Sanskrit language comes from. Please wait 5 or 6 minutes, okay? If you stay more time, this will greatly benefit the channel. No, and I don't think I know everything. But Vaishnav used to say, David, until a person knows well 12 languages, including the old root languages, you cannot begin to call yourself a serious linguist. 12 languages very well, and their backgrounds and interconnectivities. Wait 5 minutes for the surprise answer. No, and the answer isn't Tamil. Have I got your interest? Vivek says, no, Ramiji, the Vedas are not 3,500 years old. Oh, Vivek, again, no, you're insisting on this, and I accept what you say to some degree. Like Newton's law, take my law. True history is read on stones and not papers. So, decades of serious research, from all sources, transported onto paper, has no meaning regarding analysing history? or hey. We covered this before. We've covered this before about the origin of languages. Wait 5 minutes. But, you know, there are old, huge, ancient languages which have totally disappeared many thousands of years ago, or just a few words remain in modern languages, right? And don't forget that if mankind in its present form has been around 2 or 3 lakh years, then we must respect that of many, many old ancient languages. They were very, very primitive. They had underdeveloped grammar. Oof, that came later. Look what Mr. Panini did with your lovely old Sanskrit language, you know? Hey? Oof, totally revolutionized it. Cleared up a lot of the loose ends. Loose ends. Oof. And don't forget, over millions of years, repeatedly, this previously pristine, original, pure planet, when very, very few human beings lived on the planet, right? We're going back a long time now. All those repeated, prolonged ice ages finished, they say, about 12,000 years ago. So you can imagine how much knowledge and humanity was completely destroyed by those bitter cold ice ages. They're the last one that ended about 12,000 years ago. They proved that, you know? So think about all the old primitive languages that existed before then. So how can anybody say this language is the original? It's just not possible, you know? But those people have reasons. They have their own reasons, don't they, to promote that lovely ancient language as being the mother. It's total hogwash. Bakwas. Bakwas, hogwash. Even I know that. So, Ramit, in my life, I traveled about 24 countries, but most of them just for a short time. One night in transit, 1 week, couple of weeks, that's it, you know. In it, I was born in England, then we moved to Australia. And when I was a young man, I lived nearly 1 year in South America, 6 or 7 countries. After that, I traveled around Southeast Asia, about 3 or 4 countries. I passed in transit through 6 or 7 countries, very just one night or one day, you know, like Tahiti, Fiji, um, Suez Canal, Egypt, Aden, I think it's called Yemen now. Um, um, East Timor, East Timor near Australia, Indonesia. But Ramidji, most of my life, I should say half of my life, nearly half of my life was spent living in England and Australia, and the other big half of the life was spent for long periods living in South Asia, primarily Indian Himalayas and the Nepali Himalayas. But it's only 24 countries, man. It's only 24 countries. Don't get excited by it. I'm not a world traveler. I'm definitely not a world traveler. Today, 24 countries is nothing. The world today has so about 200 so-called independent countries. The world today has about 205 so-called independent countries. Yeah, you know what I mean by so-called, don't you? Mm. That's it in a short answer, Ramit. now, now, that's Australian pronunciation, isn't it? Mr. Yamuna Dutt Vaishnav, the great Pahari linguist, Kumaoni, born here in Khorsani and lived most of his year in Nainital, some sort of top level administrator. But he was happy when he retired. He was only happy when he retired from public service. Um, And he told me, he said when he retired at 65, then he really started to live. He came back to his birthplace, Corsani, right in Corsani Market there, and really started to develop his talents on languages, really one-pointedly, you know. And he said, David, sit down and I'll tell you a secret. Yeah, he told me, and he said, David, I've studied all of these old root languages, plus a few more localized languages like Kumani, Nepali, Garhwali. But, with all due respect to the Garhwali, Kumani, Nepali, they are not in the center of the subject. They are relatives of their, and he said, David, 50% at least of Sanskrit developed directly from Sumerian, Sumerian, Sumerian language, Sumerian. If you don't know much about Sumeria, you call here Sumeru Parabat. It's written in some of your old scriptures and that, to remember where at least half of your old culture came from. You Indians, Nepalis, right? Sri Lankans especially, Indians, Nepal, where at least half of your old history, culture came from. Sumeria. Mostly, Sumerian culture and language now is totally dead, or almost totally dead, but it still survives in a good number of languages. It's not totally dead. We Europeans called Sumeria Mesopotamia, right? Mesopotamia, which means between the two big rivers, between the two rivers, which the Europeans, of course, egotistically, thinking they owned the world, they called the Euphrates and the Tigris rivers, but the Sumerians had their own names for it. And this culture existed, I don't know, about, I think 5,000 years ago, something like that. And that is often called the original civilization, where mankind started to live together in cities, you know, defense forces, irrigation systems. The more advanced ones had sewerage systems also, yeah, from early on also. And many other things, you know. But on that subject briefly, some people insist that the oldest cultures came from Chinese. You know, the Yellow River, Chinese, very old culture. Mohenjo-Daro, Harappan, I don't know, maybe. Egypt, Sumeria, some sort of old connection there. Palestine, maybe. Central America. Even they may have been very, very old cultures in Turkey and other parts of Europe, you know. Anyhow, that's it in short. Yeah, David, Sumerian. And he proved it. He proved it mathematically, you know. Where a good number of words between Sanskrit and Sumerian are cognates. The word is very similar and the meaning is the same or very similar, cognates. That's it in a very brief talk, okay? I hope I didn't bore you, but I know some of you are very, very interested on this subject. So, Goldie, don't mind, Naraj Madhonia Lekin, you can be completely innocent of even one foreign word outside of your language, but you have the ability to learn from the great language masters about the origins of languages. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. Look at Google Baba, look at YouTube. There's a mega ton of information, but just go for the time and tested great experts on these subjects, you know? People who are obsessed on this subject, obsessed, one-pointed, focused for decades. Now, I'll read the new messages first with due respect, okay? Vivek, very nice. Listen to this, Vivek Deshwal from Gurgaon. From a room, you see the world and pass through a window. History changes if the location of the window changes. Wow, 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 wow. The history of the... From a room, you see the world or past. through a window. History changes if the location of the window changes in the room. The window rule of history. Well, that's interesting. Please tell us more, Vivek, while you're in the mood. Please tell us more. Kanakalia? Vivek, David, what is your divine experience living in the Himalayas yet to be declared? Wow, 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 wow. That's a very easy question for me to answer, Mr. Vivek. That in my lifetime, but I know it's impossible, this is just a pipe dream. Matlab Hindi mein, yeah, subject, khali, chilum ka sapna hai ya, chilum ka sapna, or chilum ka sapna jaisa rahega. Just a pipe dream, only a pipe dream. And my divine experience would be, not personally, Vivek, but universally, that before I leave this planet, all man-made conflicts, not just conflicts of weapons, but all man-made conflicts would be resolved and removed from this planet, including religious divisions, hatred based on color, religion, ethnicity. That would be my Chilam Kasapana, Vivek, my pipe dream before I leave. Deep subject, that one, man. Deep subject. Thanks for your lovely, lovely text, Vivek. You never cease to entertain. You never cease to surprise, man. Chocolate gelato. Hey, Barbary Barb. Chocolate gelato. You have disappeared completely from our live stream and from my life for many, many months. Where have you been? Which planet have you been living on, Gelato? Please tell me. It's lovely to see your name again. Hey, Barbary Barb. Mero Mora Sharabi Barb. Are yaar. What have you been doing to get the authority to leave this live stream for so long? Where have you been? Please tell us. Gelato, a typing error here. Routing for Germany. Routing. ROOTING. Routing for Germany. Look. Germany. Portugal. Wow. France. Norway. Silent Dark Host. Dark Horse. England. And repeat winners. Argentina, La Argentina, 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 France, Norway, Germany, England, Portugal. And to make the magic 7, Chocolate, name one more team, please. From Africa. Dark Horse. Surprise winner. Dark Horse means surprise winner. Vivek, David, take my Guru Gyan. Be a tree. Oh, wow, 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 wow. You're in fine form tonight, Vivek. You are in the best form I have seen you in many months on our live stream. The best form, man. I love it. Madan Mohan. Namaste, Madanji. Yeah, Vivek, let me answer that one. Namaste, Madan Mohanji, और क्या हाल है? सब ठीक ठाक है? आपका स्वास्थ्य कुशल बात सब ठीक ठाक है? शाबाश. खाना खा लिया? Shabash. Wow, wow, wow. Vivek, why do the British love Argentina so much? I didn't know they loved Argentina so much. Maybe Argentina was one of their greatest loots. The British were in Argentina, weren't they? My memory is not so good. The British were Argentina was part of the British Empire for some time? I think so. The British didn't, I won't say cunning British in front of you, Vivek, excuse me, that's my mistake. The British didn't have much success in South America during the colonial period. The most success, of course, was by Spain, the Spaniards. Second winners, Brazil, Portugal in Brazil, yeah. The British had tiny little successes in South America. I think they arrived there too late, you know. Now, Vivek just made his own law. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, so Vivek believes that the Vedas are about 5,000 years old. I see. Were they written in Sanskrit or a pre-Sanskrit language, Vivek? Goldie G, Goldie, you disappeared since my long rave about uh, origin of languages in the last 10 or 12,000 years only. A relatively modern subject, 10,000 years. It's a relatively modern subject in the history of the planet. The planet 4,000 million years old, isn't it? It's proved 4 billion years old, the planet, the universe. Oh, oh, oh. Vivek, no, this answer was not for you, haha. I can change that to 1,500 for you. Ah, I see. Oh, that answer was for Ramit Krishna. Oh, I get it, Vivek. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Okay, Vivek, enjoy your meal. Please come back later if you're free, yeah? 9 o'clock to about midnight. Zara, you're lately cantankerous somehow. I noticed that last night. A little bit on the negativistic side. Negative or negativistic, take a pick. You were last night. Tonight? No, tonight you're running hot, man. You're talking about boxes of mangoes and talking in your own original languages and things like that, you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We like a little bit of cantankerosity. I had to read the word to pronounce that. we like a little bit of cantankerosity or cantankerousness on this live stream, Zara, just to give it some extra spice, you know. Oh. Hey, Zara, Goldie seemed to have disappeared. Was my language answer too heavy duty for her or something? I don't know. So, you lovely people. I think some of you come regularly to this live stream to improve your English. Yeah, and why not? My English is quite good. Believe it or not, I'm still learning English. No, I am. There are many, many words I never learnt. I never learned. English has a huge vocabulary, just like Sanskrit, Chinese, Arabic. Yeah, huge vocabulary. And if you are learning English, please have a look on my channel, the same channel. Scroll right down to the very last videos. And from several months before, you'll see um, 16, 16 free English teaching videos, yeah? Especially for you people whose language is written in Devanagari Lipi, yeah? And please spread the message about this small live stream, this almost unknown live stream. Spread the message about it through your social circle, yes? Now, let's have a break now in a couple of minutes, yeah? Zarathustra, the Treaty of Tordesillas, divided the world into two halves, the Anglosphere and the Hispanosphere. I'm sure, yeah. At that time when the British and the Spaniards were ruling a lot of the world, yeah. Mm. Some people say that the um, the spread of European colonialism, Zara, from about the 1550s, the spread of European colonialism was the very worst thing that happened in human history. The very worst thing. Mm. I agree, actually. I do agree. Yeah. All right, then let's have some supper. I need some strong coffee. Ah, sweet, with ginger powder. 2 mugs with a big handful of millet biscuits. Ragi biscuit. Ragi. We also call here modwa. Yeah, ragi biscuit. All right then. I love you all. Thanks for coming again to this live stream. Thanks for any first time viewers and contributors. And see you in 55 minutes, yeah, at 9 p.m. local time, 9 p.m., yeah? Namaste. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you.